Yes, good morning to you. And in celebration of the Paralympics, we thought we'd get a little wheelchair curling 101, and who better to teach us than Paralympic gold medalist Darryl Neighbour and team here. Stay with us, you're watching BT. Thanks very much, guys. And yeah, we're talking wheelchair curling 101 as we're sort of celebrating the Paralympics. So we've got quite the team out here. We've got Paralympic gold medalists from 2010, Darryl Neighbour. We've got Vince there, and way over at the skip, we've got Samantha. Big wave, Samantha. This is going to be interesting because I'm not that good at curling anyways. Tell us, Darryl, a little bit of the key differences between wheelchair curling and able-bodied curling.
A big one is the sweeping, of course, because we're stable in a wheelchair. We also use this stick to deliver the rock because we can't, of course, reach down, and we also can't slide out with the rock. So basically, other than that, the rules are all exactly the same. We have to release the rock before the hog line, same as an able-bodied person would do. And again, we just have to throw it right because we don't have the help of the sweepers to correct any imperfections.
Right, and we've got Vince back there. So Vince, what will you be doing back there?
Well, I'm just bracing the chair so that it doesn't slide. The rock weighs 42 pounds, so when you try and push it with the slippery ice, the chair slides around. So I'm just bracing the chair, make sure that Darryl can throw the rock and hopefully get it where he wants it to go.
And interesting too, Darryl, when you say there's no sweeper, so there's no one to warm up the ice, so the pressure, or I guess the strength that you throw the rock with, is super important here. All right, can we see how it's done?
Yeah, and we time every rock so that we can make adjustments as we go.
And so we've got Samantha, who down there is the skip. So who is in charge of timing then?
That would be the fourth person that that is not holding or throwing at the time. So everybody on the team usually has a stopwatch.
And that's how it's done, right?
How
Hopefully I'm going to learn a little more how it's done coming up in the next segments. By the way, also with wheelchair curling, mixed teams.
Right. Yes.
For more details, if you want to get involved in wheelchair curling, you can, of course, go to curlbc.ca. I'm going to pass that to you as we go back. How about you throw another one for us there, Darryl? Here's hoping I can do even only half as good as Darryl does there, Jody and Riaz. Here we go. There you go.
It's good form. Straight shot. He's going to score a good point there. Oh, curling left there, curling left.
It's going to be a hit and stick.
Make contact.
Hit and roll.
It's cleared.
Yeah, thanks very much. And now we're hanging out with Samantha right here, because Samantha, you were the skip before, so we didn't get a chance to talk with you. How long have you been curling for?
I've been curling since 2005.
And it's fun, it's awesome, you love it?
I love it.
What's the best part?
Socializing.
Yeah. Awesome.
Meeting friends.
Wonderful. Well, I've met a couple new friends here today, including Paralympic gold medalist Darryl Neighbour. And Darryl, we're going to see how I throw the rock here. So just to clarify again, too, obviously in able-bodied curling,
they throw from the hack.
They throw it from the hack. So here we've got a little bit more space.
Yeah, they slide out and release the rock before they get to the hog line. So that's the only rule for us. We have to do the same thing. We can't go across the hog line, otherwise it'll be the rock will be taken out of play.
Okay. So now to get set up here, I've got the extender.
You got the extender. And I just...
Oh, and I got to put my brake on too. There we go. Excellent. Okay.
And the stick is just an extension of your arm because it's too hard to reach down and actually grab the rock.
So I still want to be able to give it a curl.
You still want to put a turn on the rock because that's what controls.
So here we're going to go, and I'm going to try to actually...
Yeah, you aim at the broom and you want to take out that.
And we've got Vince over there. How am I doing for the
That looks
spin
great.
there? Is that a bit? How long should it? How long should it take the rock to make its way over there?
If you're going to take out a rock, normally 10 seconds is the time it would take to slide from hog line to hog line.
I did okay.
It's beautiful.
I did all right.
Great shot.
So when you're obviously doing the wheelchair curling, you don't have somebody sweeping. So how does the ice change?
As the game goes on, and because we don't have sweeping, frost will build up on the ice, and that'll cause the rock to slide a lot slower. So we use stopwatches so we're aware of the change, and then we just adjust our throw accordingly.
Excellent. Well, in the next segment, Michelle, we're going to find out from Darryl what it's like to have played in the Olympics, or obviously curled in the Olympics, Paralympics, and maybe just find a little bit about how you're feeling about how our Team Canada is doing as well. Lots more coming up, and of course, anyone wants to learn about wheelchair curling, they can go to curlbc.ca. Oh! Well, thank you very much. I have a good leader here as we continue cheering on Team Canada at the Paralympics. We're going to continue on with our wheelchair curling. We're also going to chat with Paralympic gold medalist Darryl Neighbour about the experience of playing wheelchair curling in the Paralympics in 2010. Stay with us. You're watching BT. Looking good there, Darryl. Good morning to you. You know, and of course, as we're into the Paralympics right now, the Go Canada Go is always deafening for people. And Darryl, in 2010, you know, gold medal for Team Canada, Paralympics for wheelchair curling. What was that like for you, that experience?
Definitely once in a lifetime. It was hard to believe that I was actually there. I almost had to pinch myself, you know, to really believe that it was true. But the opportunity that we had and the response we got, like right across Canada, was just absolutely amazing. And to do it here at home was really special. And I know the team's doing really well in Sochi right now. But and I'd love to be there with them, of course. Supporting them or playing would be even better. But yeah, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity for sure.
Yeah, so there must be just a real special thing going on with you in your heart right now watching our team.
I feel for them with every shot.
What would they be going through there? Like, what does that feel like?
Well, you have to really control your breathing, the adrenaline. Everything is just, you know, on such a high. Just being there. It is a pressure situation, there's no doubt about it.
And Vince, of course, we were chatting a little bit off camera. Maybe you can share with our viewers what it's like to actually play here. And you actually had a chance to practice with the national team.
Yeah, they called us, some of us local wheelchair curlers, and they were doing a practice and invited us to come and play with them and play against them, kind of thing, have a little practice. So that was a big thrill. We've come to know most of the people on the team through the years, and so just to have an opportunity to help them get into shape before they went off to Sochi was great.
Very cool. Now, of course, we've been using, you know, as you do for wheelchair curling, these extenders. How has this also changed some able-bodied players?
Oh, well, it's made one huge difference for older curlers who may not be able to get down to the hack to release the stone. Now we're seeing, what, Darryl, about 40% of seniors who are using the stick, and they're basically playing like us, except they walk the stone and release it before the hog line.
Amazing. So if you were out there and you thought that your curling days were done because maybe you're not as flexible or you've had a hip replacement or something like that, just know that you can come out here to the Richmond Curling Club, who, by the way, extremely accessible, Vince, right?
It's probably one of the most accessible clubs we've seen. They've all on one level. There's an elevator to get upstairs to the lounge, which is great.
Yeah, awesome. Well, so many great things. For more details on curling, able-bodied or wheelchair, you can, of course, check out curlbc.ca.
Oh, that looks good.
Nelson, our camera operator, has been waiting to throw rock all morning long. Let's see how he does right now. Oh, I don't know, is it gonna make it? I don't know if you had enough juice there, Nelson. We'll work on his strength there, but he is holding a really heavy camera too while he's at it.
Clear it, clear it, clear
I think it could have, almost.
It's a guard.
Oh, look at this. I think it could make it.
But surely.
Oh, just shy, Nelson. Just shy.
It's a good block, though. It's a good
guard.
block. Yeah, the
it's
guard,
a guard.
right?
Yes, wheelchair curling, and if you want to get involved, we're going to find out how you can. We're also going to check out Paralympic gold medalist Darryl Neighbour's gold medal coming up next on BT. Stay with us live from the Richmond Curling Club. Yeah, thanks very much. Where it's a little bit chilly in here, and I'm glad that you lent me some gloves, because when you're using the wheelchair, obviously, it's a bit chilly in there.
These rims get really cold.
Yeah, and actually you were saying you also have to kind of cool down the wheels a bit when you get out here as well, right?
Yeah, when we first come out, if we stand in one place, the warmth from the wheels actually makes marks on the ice. So we do have to roll around and cool the wheels.
Exactly. Now, Samantha, before the break, of course, we saw Darryl, Paralympic gold medalist, throw a rock out there. What was his time on that?
It was a 8-second
And
rock.
and how's that for time? Is that pretty? That's considered pretty good.
That's a good strong pickup. Yeah.
Now, speaking of gold medalists, let's see that gold medal right now. Of course, from 2010, even holding it right now, what do you feel?
It's incredible. I remember like it was yesterday, holding the broom for Jim on that last rock and knowing that he was successful about halfway down the ice and that it meant a gold medal for Team Canada. And it was just, it still gives me shivers to think about it.
And the design of that medal, I mean, super cool, hey? It's beautiful.
It's really, they're so unique. The design, they're one of a kind. Everybody got an individual medal, which is really, they just did such an awesome job, I think, of the whole program here in 2010.
Thanks for bringing that. Now, if there's anyone out there that is watching and wants to get involved in wheelchair curling, first of all, it should be noted too that although we're talking about the Paralympics right now, there's actually another, the Nationals coming up, right?
That's right. Yeah, the Canadian National Championships are going to be held in Montreal this year at the end of April. So there'll be teams from each province, and we'll be going to represent BC. Yeah, in terms of people that are interested, people with disabilities that want to give it a try, they should just get a hold of Curl BC. Look them up on the website, curlbc.ca, and they'll set it up. They have these have a go days every so often, and they'll bring people out and show them how to do this.
Wonderful. If you want to learn how to do this, go to curlbc.ca. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to take a little time out here on Breakfast Television. Why don't we go and break here, Darryl, and we'll see the Paralympic gold medalist at work here, and let's see how he does. Stay with us. You're watching Breakfast Television.
Is this one going on the button?